Hi, I thought I would make this quick video to show you how to use a Dynamo Player tool called Knurl's Rectangular Surface from Curves, along with Patch Precision and Feature Modifier, to make a pattern that could be used for something like a button knurl. I am not making a lot of videos or doing a lot of live coaching these days, but I was asked to show some people how to do this, and I had to dig up my thoughts from my brain a couple years ago, and I thought I would record this before I forget. So I've already created a cylinder, and I'm going to turn on Patch Precision, which can be found in the palette under Object Edit. So once you click on it, you can just mouse drag left and right to adjust the size of that. And just make sure your surface is selected. Next, I'm going to use this Patch Precision as a guide to create some squares. And you can find the Square tool under Surfaces, Boundary Surfaces, Square. And I will just click on 4 different lines, and then I'll just keep continuing to do that and create this vertical row that will end up looking like this. Next, I can duplicate these and make sure the pivot is at world center. I'll just go to Edit, Duplicate Object, and I want 35 of these so it will go around my ring. And I want to adjust the position of each of those by 10 units in rotation Z. So with those selected, I'll go ahead and duplicate. And now I've made a square for each of those patches. With Patch Precision on, I want to create some more squares that are slightly offset. So again, going into my Boundary Square tool, this time offsetting those squares just slightly. And then I should end up with an offset row. And again, I will duplicate these around the center pivot by going to Edit, Duplicate, Object, using the same settings. So now I've got all these squares, and then I've also got all these squares built on the cylinder that are slightly offset. So next I need to tell it what object to place on each of those squares. And I've got this little pyramid, which has a rectangular surface built exactly the same size as it. I'm just going to delete that to show you how I created it using this Dynamo Player tool under the General tab called Knurl's Rectangular Surface from Curves. So I'm just going to select all these edges on the bottom of my pyramid and hit the space bar. And that's how I created this. So now I have all the inputs I need for the feature modifier. And I'm going to do those one at a time. Feature modifier can be found under Object Edit. It's asking me to select the object I want to put into each of the squares, so I will select this pyramid, and then the base we just created underneath it, and then I'll drag a box along all the squares I want to place those in. Taking a quick peek, shaded, it's kind of like a checkerboard pattern at this point. And I'll repeat those same steps. This time using my offset squares. Still in Feature Modifier, I'm going to pick my pyramid, the rectangle, and these other squares that were built using the Boundary tool. And now when I look at all those together, we've got this pattern. It looks like my pyramids are facing the wrong way, so I'm just going to fix that by query editing, since these do have history, and click flip side. And I want to flip this one also. So I'll query edit it also, and click on flip side. That's looking better. And of course you could use any placed object instead of something like the pyramid I used. So this could be used for a nice texture for a button knurl that is pretty quick to make. Thanks for listening.